Welcome to Deep Thought. People subconsciously show their true nature. And this will be tough to see, but this is something for y'all to practice. Now, you know, as I usually come on here and I'm just talking about, different things to think about. Here's a practice for you. Start paying attention to people watching. Because everybody shows who they are, even if they don't say who they are. They show it. They show it through their body language, their facial expressions, how they dress. Like, that's a very basic one. You can tell a lot about somebody by just how they dress. Now, anybody who's followed me on my men's channel and know when I talk about the deeper stuff, and even on here, I've talked about the sensual bohemians and reverent intelligentians. And those are both very subconscious sexual orientations. The reverent intelligentians, they typically repress, well, not typically, they repress their sex drive. That's why they're intelligentian. So if the example would be, if you got two twin girls, genetically, on a pure genetic basis, they look exactly alike. Like, you couldn't tell them apart just on pure bone structure. But actually, you can tell them apart, as I'm going to get into. But for whatever reason, one is intelligentian and one is bohemian. And that's actually a real possibility, because I had met some twins before, and one was a total womanizer and the other one didn't think he was attractive. But anyway, with the reverent intelligentian one, since her sex drive is mostly suppressed, now on a pure bone structure thing, she got a Coke bottle figure. She got a beautiful face Coke bottle figure. She could just on body alone could make money either as a model or on OnlyFans or something like that. She could make money with her body, but she's sexually repressed. So she keeps her hair down. She don't wear it out. She wears very little makeup. Maybe some lipstick at best, and even then, like some very plain stuff. Nothing, not some like red spectacular stuff that just stand out. And sometimes she ain't wearing that. The dresses, the clothes she wears does not show her figure. You can't really tell her figure. She ain't gonna wear something that's gonna let the breastises pop out or show that booty. She ain't gonna do that. You might not even realize she has a body with what she usually wears. She's gonna wear sensible heels. But that's because her inner nature is sexual repression. That's her inner nature. So when you see somebody, you can tell a lot about their sex nature with, I say, a 90-degree accuracy if you understand how, people sexually repressed people wear their clothing, and how people who aren't repressed, the sensual bohemians, wear their clothes. Now, the twin sister thing again. The other twin sister, she's bohemian. So, shoot, she got the makeup. She got everything hooked up. That's the only time you can tell the difference, because she'll contour her nose, everything. She's naturally attractive. Got the hair fluffed up, fixed up. Got that bright red lipstick, covering up any blemish on is being covered up by some makeup. She gonna serve up the breastises. She gonna make sure, she got a snatched waist. She gonna wear those 5-inch heels. She's gonna point it out, but then that's telling you her inner nature. And see, that's one, but a lot of times, well, it actually connects to a lot of other stuff, because like clothing is really a uniform. And how a person wears their clothing, what type of clothing, tells you a lot about them. Not so much, sometimes even the name brands. Now, there's nothing specific, but it tells you gotta kind of look at each individual, because they're gonna reflect something. Or like a person's spiritual beliefs or something. You notice that someone who believes a certain thing, they'll wear maybe a cross, a Star of David, a moon and crescent, an ankh, whatever, but it's going to show something. People always show something. Their class, how they cut their hair, it can show their social class, because professionals tend to dress more conservative. They'll keep their hair low a certain way, men and women. Whereas somebody in maybe a more creative field, where they can wear what they want more, they'll just let it out or something like that. So it tends to show the social class. Indeed, you can tell You can have a general idea about someone's social class by the clothes they wear, you know, by the clothes they wear and everything, because they subconsciously show it. See, understand something. What is inside reflects on the outside. As above, so below. Because the thing is, when people wear clothing, when they adorn themselves a certain way, even putting on tattoos, they cut their hair a certain way, and even indeed, even in their body language, it's a reflection of what's inside of them. It's a reflection. And, you know, as far as learning that, it's just a matter of paying attention to people, getting to know people, and then paying attention to their actions. You know, you can always see it. That's one thing I've seen. Even when they say something else, I've lost count of how many times people would say something, but then I would look at them and say, no, they saying this, but this is how they walking. This is the facial expression. This is how they cutting their hair. This is how they wearing their clothes. You know, it says something else. It always do. You know, it's very important. Now, some people might say, oh, that's a stereotype, but no. See, the thing is, okay, let's use the clothing example. Wearing clothes, anybody can wear a suit. Any man can wear a suit. Any woman can wear a short black dress. But if she, like, let's use a short black dress example. If a woman isn't comfortable with her own sexual nature, she isn't bohemian. Like, say you give a intelligentsia a nice little sexy black dress, she's not gonna look good in it, because she's not gonna walk in a certain way. She's not gonna give off a vibe of confidence. You know, she might even look awkward in walking that way. You know, whereas you give that same dress to the bohemian, oh yeah, she gonna be like, yeah, And that's the same way with men. But, you know, it's one thing, because that's why I would tell people, I've told men and women, I've told men, especially some men who want to lie to women, I say, shoot, she reading something in you. It's better you just be honest. They showing it. Now, if there's an exception, there's somebody who consciously presents a certain thing. But even then, if you can see that crack, you can say, well, wait a minute, that's still not them. Yeah, they wearing these clothes this way and they doing this. They present an image. And indeed, undercover agents, federal agents, police agents, you know, they will consciously present a certain something, because they know their marks or who they're going after is going to look at all of that. But it's a tough thing. I'm going to tell you what, the best way to learn it is pay attention to people, pay attention to what they wear, and then pay attention to their behavior. That's the key. And it take a while. It's like you continuously learning, but always pay attention. People's going to show something. They're going to show something. And then as you get to know people, pay attention to their social class, subculture, everything, you know? But people, they're doing it subconsciously. Like I say, with the exception of someone who's consciously presenting a certain image, like I say, usually for law enforcement or something, people will show who they are. They will show their nature. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.